Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson from the shotgun. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? They love all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains.
2 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Jackson on 1st down, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely 1st down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
And the Ravens first down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy. guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where...
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Matt. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Marlon Mack, the ball.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On second down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's got Evans. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a Cincinnati Bengals.
Mixon with a first down carry. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Burrow on play action. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's third and 12. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First down and goal to go.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Curtis Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Jackson's going to look to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. 37 yards, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Before the point after.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone.
And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. On first down, Mixon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mack. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Complete to
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First down, Ravens.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a throw here, hauled in. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
22 yards there, a first down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And that is incomplete.
But he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how.
There he goes, right side.
You'll get nothing.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
At the 38-yard.
Jackson going to run.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
It's now
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Bengals 23.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Baltimore, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I